What's going on, folks? How's everybody doing? Um, I need to see the chat, see what people are saying.
You can't find the chat. The chat's on the screen.
No, no, my I don't know. It went blank, so I just bring up the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so look it here. I didn't even have to ask her. She volunteered to participate tonight. I didn't have to ask. I didn't have to, offer up any goodies or nothing. Out of nowhere, she said, "Oh, you want me to do this show with you tonight?" And I was like, "Sure."
You don't know yet. I mean, like you
I'm
might
like,
have to,
I'm thinking to myself, what does she want? I ain't got nothing. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Well, Trudy, happy to have you back as a co-host. I don't know if you're feeling okay.
I am okay, and I'm happy to be back because I love being with the family. Just sometimes I'm distracted or are taken over otherwise, so sometimes I don't get to be here. But I'm happy to be back. See, Gigi's happy that I'm back too. Thanks, Gigi.
Yeah, of course. I get the side notes where people are like, yo, like, I don't need you to come back and do the show. Trudy did a great job last week. You don't need to show your face again.
No,
So,
no, no, it's
oh
not.
yeah, I get it. I get it from some guy in Canada.
Oh,
Send me a message all the time
I wonder who
about
that guy is.
every time Judy does the show, he'll send me a message like, you don't need to come back.
That's
I
funny.
don't even see him tonight, so I don't know what's going on with him.
I'm sure he'll be here.
Oh yeah, he missing
Yeah.
out. He missing out.
Hey, Babs, welcome. Welcome, everybody.
My
Yes.
mom's here. I don't know. My aunt said she was going to tune in too.
Okay.
My hot aunt from Atlanta. All right, so folks, tonight we're gonna talk about our hiring process. Like, I would want you guys' input on what you think is the best practice to hire, knowing that it kind of sticky around here. But before I get into that, is there any hot topics I should be touching on? One thing that's been going through my head the last few days is, wasn't the Small Ruminers Association sued? Was it official or was it just a talk? Somebody in the comment tell me if it was a real thing or not.
Can't help with that topic.
Somebody tell me in the comments if it was a real thing or not. Because it was on the news. It was in the newspapers. It was on the news.
Oh, wow. I
But
missed out.
yeah, but I haven't heard anything since. I haven't seen a statement. I don't know what's going on. So if somebody got some information, Darren, if you're there in the chat, if you're watching us, know that you're part of the executive. And Mr. Constable, I don't think Mr. Constable ever watched his show since he was here on one time. And, I don't think he should have had a great experience, but I don't think our views aligned. So, but Darren support us. Darren's always here. So, Darren, give us an update, man. Let me know if this thing is real or not, and where we at with it. Is is it a real legal situation or is it just a warning? So I would love to know if somebody. I don't see Darren in here, so if somebody know where Darren is, send him a message and tell him I ask. I'm asking for the small rooming and sector friends.
Family.
Yeah, the family. We just want to know where we're at and how we can help. Um, what I mean, I need to touch base with Mr. Dunn. Mr. Dunn is always forthright with me, whether we disagree or agree. He's always forthright with me, so I'll touch base with him and see if there's any further development on that. Um, Secondly, there's I saw this post that I chimed in on about the reselling of supplements and the high cost that comes with it from the people who are importing it and reselling it. And I put my 2 cents in. However, it ended up being a long discussion. And the reason I bring it up is I want to make this point that there's many different avenues out there, many different outlets for people to get access to these supplements that everybody's so on now, right? The omega 3, the red cell, the B complex, the list goes on and on, right? My brethren, um, Lincoln, King Curry, has been going hard about reselling, about selling product because he sends them down and reselling them. So this post was about how the prices don't really make sense because they see it on Amazon for cheaper, much cheaper, right? So I brought it up tonight because, well, you guys, I think I've said this before. Our beloved Trudy is an import export specialist, and she don't like when I talk about it, especially the goat environment. She don't like when I talk about that. She don't like me putting her on the spot. So the reason I bring it up is because I want her expert advice on why the prices go up significantly once the product get to Jamaica. Judy, tell us how the thing go.
You could have forewarned me.
No, cause you'd have back out. You'd have said, no, 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 we're not doing that. We're not talking about that. No, no.
Okay, so there's several things that have to be factored in for the goods to get to Jamaica. So yes, you're going to see it on Amazon, and it's going to be one price on Amazon. But after it's bought at Amazon, then it has to be shipped to Jamaica, and then there's going to be duties and taxes imposed on that particular item. And also, you have to factor in the person, it's convenience for you because the individual is getting that product for you in the US and actually getting it down here and basically getting it to you at your door. So there has to be some costs paid for that as well. So when you factor all that in, yes, it's going to be more than you see it on Amazon. It just makes practical sense. It has to get here.
All right. Great. Good. I don't know if this is a perfect. If okay, is that better for you?
That's better.
Okay. So that was a fast and concise explanation.
Yes. You want, I mean, how much more detail is there to give?
So what about the markup that they put on it when it gets here, right?
I mean, it's like any other product. Whoever is providing the service has to put a markup in there for the service that they are providing. We're not doing this for looks. I mean, you have to make some money on what you do. So yes, there has to be a markup on it.
Okay. Now, if you're doing it personally,
Hmm.
like you and I do it enough times,
Hmm.
then do you suggest that if people have access and has the ability to go on Amazon or wherever, Jeffers or Premier One or wherever, those are the stores that we use, the online stores that we use. Do you suggest that they take that route?
You mean every person do that for themselves?
Yeah.
If you have the means to do it, absolutely.
And the problem is, as I mentioned in the chat in the comments on that post, is that a lot of farmers don't have that access and the resources to do so, right?
Hmm.
So in order to gain access, it take money.
Yes.
So if they find somebody like Lincoln or there's another place, me see advertising Sonny's Farm Store, whatever it is, that you have to pay for that, the
You have to.
convenience and the access.
Mhm.
No, it's like any other thing, I believe. It's like any other thing. You shop around and find a cheaper one. But the man that's out there aggressively advertising that he has it,
Mhm.
he's going to be at the forefront of any criticism or any compliment because he's aggressively putting it out there that here it is, it's accessible to you, but it's going to be at a cost, right? So I just wanted, as a iGoat family, I wanted truly to explain to people that it's just don't come to Jamaica and you should get the same price as you see it
Yes.
online because there's so much that goes into getting here, and the tariffs, what is the tariffs and duty and all them something? Is it the same thing?
Yes. Yeah,
It's
tariffs do. It depends on who you're talking to, but a lot of times when you say beauty, people are also referring to tariffs. Yeah,
okay, yeah. And then the scale of the weight and the price and all that stuff. Do
and the
you wanna?
courier service, and
Yeah, you want,
here's quickly
is it too complicated for you to explain to people how that works?
the transportation part of it.
Yeah, no, the duty and tariff thing and what and how it works. Like in Germany, like when you do a courier service, right?
Huh?
And they say $50, no duty. But
Okay.
then but then if the product is $39 but they weigh 500 pounds, there is something that go right.
Yeah. So every courier service has a slightly different rating structure. So a lot of times you have to factor in the weight as well as this dimensional weight, whether how much space it takes up. That's one thing to factor in, and then you also have to factor in the value of the product. So for transportation purposes, the weight and size of that item, you're going to have to pay a price there. And then if the value of the item, and also depending on the nature of the item, if it's a more protected item and or a higher value item, you're going to have to pay duties and additional duties and taxes on that. So you're going to pay for the duties, you're going to pay for taxes and the transportation to get it here.
Okay, got it. I hope everybody's on. If you don't understand what she's saying, feel free to drop a comment and ask for explanation of any part of this. Because here's why I think it's important. Because this is a hot topic at the moment in all the various groups because people feel like they're getting ripped off. People feel like they're getting ripped off, but they don't consider. What they're not considering is the different aspects of importing these items. And if you're importing it in bulk, that's another issue that
Mhm.
you gotta face. If you're importing it on a personal level, it's a lot easier because then you just go to the courier service and you pay whatever it is and you move on. If you're sending a barrel down with these things in it, and it's a whole different ballgame. You know what I mean? So I just want people to understand and be mindful of their criticism because there's effort and resources that goes into getting the products to Jamaica. That's why the courier service charge your feet.
That's true. And the convenience.
And the convenience of it, you just go down the road, go pick it up. Or in Lincoln's case, he said he sends it to the farm. Like you tell him what you need, and him whether him put it in a taxi or him put it in
Oh,
a.
he does delivery too?
Oh
Wow.
yeah, he always says he packages, and so
Wow.
hence
Of
hence
course.
his rate,
Yeah.
his price is higher because him say, yo, I can get it to your farm
Sure.
tomorrow. Yeah, yeah,
Seriously.
he advertised that, yo, I can get it to your farm tomorrow. He does that all the time. If you want this, I can get it to your farm tomorrow. So then he must have a delivery service. I'm sure it comes at a price,
Of course.
but it coming to your farm. You
Okay.
not have to move. You
Maybe
know
I
what I
need to
mean?
start ordering from Lincoln.
No,
Well,
no, no, we're not doing that.
Lincoln, what else you have?
Lincoln is gonna come at me for he's gonna come at me so hard because if I say, yo, yeah, take food out of my mouth, truly why buy things, why you block it? Um anything you want, Trudy, Lincoln and I can get it for you.
Okay. All right. You and Lincoln. I think
Yeah.
Chelsea can help me too. But I like
Yeah.
Oret's comment here. Oret says, there's nothing really to explain. Okay. People shop, shop around. It's simple. I mean,
That is true.
it's so true.
But you can see that there is a mentality that people have.
Hmm.
It's evident. It was there on the post.
Hmm.
A lot of people in an iGo chat right now saw that post. You know what I mean? And I had to chime in because knowing what I know, it's like, yo, we can't have this narrative going on when people should have common sense to know that, yo, there's a big difference between what it is on Amazon versus what it is when you go. me can drive up at iGate go pick up the package.
Mhm.
There's a big difference. You know what I mean? If you're in the United States or in Canada, where Amazon is delivering
To your door.
CMD service, next day service, and then that's a whole different ballgame. But there's still a cost for that. You know what I mean? If you don't have Prime subscription, you ain't getting it the CMD on the next day.
Mhm.
And Prime subscription is a yearly subscription that you gotta do in order to have access to CMD or next day delivery, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, they're telling you if you want it that day, there's a price. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
How are they saying it's 220 to ship a barrel and clear it? I've never shipped a barrel, so no matter what's in the barrel, Howard,
I am sure it's not that simple. Of just you can load up the barrel with
I've never done
anything.
a barrel, so I don't know. Yeah.
You can load up the barrel with
Information on
anything
the
and
barrel.
skip it for $220 and there's no charge. I am pretty sure if there's something in that barrel that they think they need to
Anything. Okay.
nah, Virgin.
I, mm.
Nah. You cannot just put anything in the barrel and when they come, them say, yo, take it and go on. No. If they open it and there's something in there they think is of serious value, you gotta pay the duty on
Still
it.
have to create a list of what's in it. Now, if the list does not say exactly what's in it, then
Yeah, yeah. If you know what I mean, what they call that list?
a commercial invoice.
Commercial invoice.
Tell you what's in there.
Yeah, tell you what's in the barrel. If that commercial invoice has certain things on it that they deem is too expensive
Mhm.
for just to be in a barrel, they will charge you the duty on it.
He says he does
Oh,
it all the time. Okay.
all right, I surrender. I don't know. I've never done it, but
Yeah.
I think there is. I don't. Okay, how does that? Already, you have to go explain to me how that work. Because if you put, because I think the barrel has to based on weight also, right?
Wait for the transportation portion, but for the customs piece is based on the value of the goods in the
Yeah.
barrel.
So is it 20? Is it $220? Is it the
He said ship and clear, so it sounds like the transportation and clearing it through customs when it
so
comes to
if
pricing.
I put a solar lithium ion battery in that barrel, and that battery is worth 600 US dollars, and I put three of them in there, which means the barrel go weigh a whole heap. You're telling me it's still $220?
We're gonna have to find out who Howard is using, because he also says a big box is 1800 US, 1800 ship and clear. Hmm. All right, Howard, we need to have a side conversation because I need to
Yeah, I
do it.
need to know how that works. You can't just put anything in the barrel, bro, because that means we can put a lithium ion, two, three lithium ion phosphate battery in there. And you're
Mhm.
telling me it's only gonna be $220 to get it here?
I
And them things are heavy,
oh, okay.
and the value of one of them is like could be like up to $500-600. I don't get it. I
Howard,
don't think it's
it's
that
your
cut
fault.
and
I need to
dry.
know you doing this. You need to enlighten me.
Yeah. Maybe Trudy's not as expert as she thinks she is.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ray. Thank
Let's
you.
let's consult with Howard. Let's con-
He
let's
said I'm
consult
gonna
with
call
Howard.
him and see how he does that.
Mhm.
So,
There has to be some limitation. There has to be.
I mean, even with the courier shipments, there's tons of limitations.
Yeah, there's
They get
tons of
stopped and
limitation.
say, "Hey, we need an invoice to verify what's in it and what's the value." Okay, now that you told me what it is and the value, you had to pay it. I'm hard pressed to understand how the barrel thing works. But
Yeah, yeah,
Howard, I'm gonna call you.
yeah. We're gonna figure that out because yo, that is serious.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bob's a chime in because Bob said enough barrel cover Jamaica. I know that. I know that. My mom is saying if you have electronic appliances in the barrel, they're going to charge you more than if it's just groceries. So there's a different price.
No limitations.
Man said no
You're listening to
limitation. Nah,
everything
Richard,
on that
nothing I go
Christian
so.
voice. Okay.
Not in a real life.
I like Leon.
I
Leon
s-
sounds like me. Please refer to the Customs Act.
oh,
Thanks,
oh,
Leon. That's how I talk. Please refer to the Customs Act.
can tell he's a law enforcement officer. All right, that's some St. Thomas law you work on. Yeah, a goozle business in depot. We don't know all that work, but we're gonna find out.
We'll
We're
find out.
gonna we're
You know
gonna
where to
cl-
come.
yeah, we're gonna clear it up because yo, that is
If
crazy.
that's the case, we
If
all
that
need to be selling barrels.
if that's the case, Bridget, we're sending barrel nonstop. But I know there has to be limitation. Cause we need some solar battery. And if it fits in at the barrel, I may only pay 220. You kidding me? No for them are come.
Oh, that makes sense. They're classifying it as household or personal goods. And it also depends. That all makes sense now. Now it makes sense. But you're really supposed to list out everything that's in it. If you just say household or personal goods and they don't check it, yes, you will get.
Oh, so they're using that.
Mhm.
We do that all the time. When we come to airport, everything in my bag of personal use.
Personally on the farm.
Or when say look at all the tools he's sending and them brand new. But you classify them as
That's
personal.
household personal goods. That's why.
Household personal goods. That's a
Now that makes
difference. Now we understand what's going on. Okay, that makes sense. But yo, one time one custom officer that didn't have a good day, he might go start break it down and say, all right, I've had that happen.
sense. Hmm.
A man unload the whole truck at the border just to look for one guitar.
Hmm.
I wasn't happy, but I'm right.
Hmm. Gosh. Thanks for it.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had that. You know, what I mean? Man, just look at the thing and say, all right, all right, all right. Where's this Gibson? It's in the truck, way up in the back, way up. That's it. Say, okay, I want to see this Gibson. That means we have to take out everything to get to the Gibson. And I'm saying, look at the Gibson, serial number, correct, whatever. Okay, you good to go. We have to load back that. Man, just so you go. All right. So okay, so let's move on to everybody know it's just me and Trudy that run this right now. So we're in the process of hiring. Let me put up back that graphic. So anybody who's asking can I hope they can see it. Can you guys see you should put an email in the
Okay, in the chat.
thing. Yeah. So folks, the reason I bring this to our iGoat family is we're gonna have conversation about what should we be looking for? How should we vet the people that we're adding to our team? Because we don't know it all. Regardless of how I run off my mouth, I don't know. It's a lot I don't know. And we want to find the right people to create an amazing team that will help us get to the next level. So we've always had robust discussions here at High Go Chat. And I think we got a lot of smart people. Actually, everybody in here is pretty smart. Because, you know, by the comments, I can tell that, yo, we are the best group of people that tune into iGo Chat. Maybe You know what I mean? It's a consistent number of people. And it's because these are the people who are real good information. So I want to have the discussion on what we should be looking for, knowing the challenges that we face in Jamaica when it comes to hiring the right people. You know what I mean? There's number one thing, them start good and then after 2, 3 months, them like, yo, it's a whole different person you're dealing with. And what guardrails need to be in place to ensure that we have a great work culture. You know what I mean? So let me, I think I should start with, you want to start with the, we call ranch technician. Everything with Cabra Ranch, we utilize names that has value, that is just different. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because it's our outlook on things. Like when we say the lounge, the Wieners Lounge, the back lounge, it's because our view of it, this is how we see it. It should be, the lounge mean it should be a comfortable environment. So now when we say a farm technician, that means he should have technical knowledge of all aspects of the operation, technically sound on how everything works, all the different chores or tasks or anything to do with the running of the farm on a day to day basis. He should understand it. He or she should understand it, right? So that's why we use the term farm technician, and then we're hiring a farm manager, right? And the
Ranch,
reason
excuse me,
a farm,
ranch
a
technician.
ranch, a ranch technician, and a
Ranch
ranch
manager.
manager.
Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, thanks for the correction. So basically, I said this before. I remember we get into a little back and forth with Darren. Was it on here or was it in a Facebook chat? I think it was a Facebook post that he said. I think we did the show and then he did a post about running a farm between him and his family. And I said, yo, you want to be self-employed. There's people that wants to have a business that operates independently and they just make sure it's successful so they can do other things. So that's where we are. We have other businesses that we have to attend to, and we'd rather work on Cover Ranch instead of what's currently happening. Is every day I'm doing everything that the farm requires, the ranch requires. We'd rather be working on it. I'd rather be doing social media posts. I'd rather be talking to marketing people. I'd rather be talking to product development people. We rather be having that conversation than be talking to Samson and Rico and them. You know what I mean?
Sergeant Corporal.
A sergeant, corporal, a general, and these two rambunctious puppies that won't leave me alone. Yeah, I don't want to be. Not that I don't enjoy that banter with them, but I'd rather be doing something that would bring more value to us and more, you know, elevate the business. So I am going to let's. You want to start with the ranch manager, Trudy?
You want the manager to start with the manager or the technician? Which one do you start with?
I think we'll start with the ranch manager
Okay.
and get people's input. I'm gonna put up the job summary, so I don't know if people will be able to see
I
it.
like, until you do that, I like Erwin's comment. He says, hiring a person for a farm, passion should be first and foremost.
It is true.
Hmm.
It is true. Um, can everybody see that? Give me a thumbs up if you can see this, or I need to make it bigger.
If you can make it a little bit bigger, that would be good. If that's possible.
Is it that any better?
Um, we'll make it work. They said try to. I have a couple comments that said try to make it bigger. I think a part of it too is a lot of people are probably using their phone.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
We might have limitations on that.
How is that?
I mean, as far as making it bigger.
As long as they can read it, so you can go through it.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
I can read it. I don't have my glasses.
Oh, okay. All right. All
So I
right.
can't read that.
Okay, I'll read it because All right. So here's our ranch operations manager job summary. The ranch operations manager, working under the direction and guidance of owners, will be responsible for farm operations on Cabo Ranch. Duties include supervising, coordinating, and participating in necessary daily activities of a semi intensive goat dairy production facility. The responsibilities. The main duties and areas of responsibility are supervision, training, assigning daily tasks, control of quality and quantity output, goats and milk input, or performance evaluations. So the supervision of full-time and or part-time farm workers and volunteers. You must be able to perform and coordinate all assigned duties while upholding the established standard operating procedures and policies. As the ranch operation manager, you will oversee, supervise, and actively participate in various projects and activities as determined by the needs of the farm. These activities include but are not limited to ranch star supervision, in depth knowledge of small ruminants' nutrition, feeding and water, measure and weigh feed for each animal, animal health care, meaning administer medication and hoof trimming and the likes, milking process, kidding process, nursing animal care, breeding, that means the scheduling and calendar entries of our breeding program, pasture management, tools and machines maintained and cleaned, farm tours, data entry and record keeping, knowing that you got to know Microsoft Excel, herd management software, etc. Other required farm support functions.
Can you scroll up so we can see it?
I am scrolling.
Oh, it's not scrolling on the screen. We just
It's
have
not scrolling on the screen.
we just saw the top.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'll continue to read. Most farm assignments are done outdoors. The working schedule is flexible, 40-hour week, with a minimum of 1 day off weekly. However, you must accommodate and prioritize farm needs and be willing to work on weekends. Weekend and holiday work duties are assigned as needed. Competency and position requirements. You must have experience in leadership, supervision of people, management of facilities, pastures, inventory, livestock transportation, general care of livestock, goats, cows, chicken, and guardian animals, guardian dogs. Other requirements include effective use of a laptop, tablet, or smartphone operation, and a valid driver's license. Character traits that we're looking for: good oral and written communication skills, should be teachable, you should be responsive, ability to follow directions in a timely and accurate manner, critical thinking and problem solving, active listening skills. Trudy,
Yes.
you want to explain what active listening skills are? Is? 'Cause a
At
lot of people don't realize that what that
yes.
is.
What we find a lot of times when we are talking to individuals, instead of actively listening or paying, let me not use the same words to describe what I said. Instead of paying attention to what you're saying, they're thinking about what their response is. So they're really not listening to what you're actually saying. And so they give an answer just to give an answer, but they have not paid attention to what you're saying. So that's a big challenge.
Yeah, so that's what we call active listening. You should actually be listening to what is being said, so your response is directly in response to what is said and not what you preconceived. Okay, and the next thing is time management skills, which is a big problem. Nobody thinks time is important. Nobody thinks things should be done in a timely manner.
At the
Oh no, yeah, a man is like, yo, I will
at the same
stay.
time every day.
Yeah, things need to be done in a timely manner and at the same time every day. And then I'm like, oh, I'll stay late and finish it. No, I don't want you to stay late. I want it to be done on time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Keen observation. Observation is a big part of running this ranch. You gotta observe everything. And if you see something, do something or say something. Punctuality. I don't even want to get into that really because people don't treat it was such a big problem for us. Punctuality and takes initiative. That's what I say. See something, say something, or do something about it. That's taking initiative. Or if you see where something can be improved, let's have a discussion. Or if you see something need repairing, go ahead and repair it with a certain level of standard, by the way. Technical. Knowledge of accepted small ruminants health standards. Understanding of proper biosecurity procedures. That is a big one because, as simple as it is, one little disease could wipe out our herd or create major problems for us, which will in turn be very expensive. You know what I mean? That's why we don't do stud service or buck service. Experience with sanitation for housing of animals, another big one. There's a science behind everything. People need to understand it or go learn about it. Salary. The salary will be competitive. A competitive salary that adjusts with qualification, experience, plus a semi annual performance incentive payment. And the reason it's semi annual is because we have to see performance over a period of time in order to reward someone for their job performance. You know what I mean? In the real world, it's annual, really. You know what I mean? There's a few companies that do quarterly, but for the most part, it's annual. But we're looking at a 6 month thing where we assess and say, okay, we're gonna do assessments quarterly, or even the beginning for these people, it may be monthly, and then after 6 months of performance, like, oh yeah, yeah, go on good, yeah, we're gonna make sure say you're nice. Special conditions associated with the job: exposure to animal body fluids during kidding season of the goats, farm protective clothing required during daily activities, livestock processing and care at birth, ability to work in different weather conditions. This is an active ranch. It could go rain, it could get muddy out there, you know what I mean? All that stuff. You gotta understand that you're dealing with weather conditions, you're dealing with, you know, bugs and flies and all these other things because we are in a open farm setting and these things are there. So you can be cringing if you see a cockroach or you see a farty leg or whatever. You have to be like, oh yeah, I don't know that. And I don't think most people in this who wants to do this. I am hoping that that shouldn't be a problem for them. Education experience. They should have at least a diploma in agriculture with at least 12 credit hours of livestock science and 12 credit hours of forage agronomy course, work over 2 years of study, a minimum of 8 credit hours of farm practice over the 2 years of study. Or level two certificate in agriculture from one of the top colleges, Ebony Park, Nakalva, Polytechnical College, Sydney Pagan, and Case, and with 1 year experience working on a livestock farm. Position qualifications. Experience in such as a small ruminants production and care, people management and facility maintenance. Physically fit and able to work outside with livestock under varying weather conditions. Able to follow verbal and written instructions and protocols for production, health, safety, and education activities. Capable of working as a team member and under supervision, maintaining proper records concerning personnel, supervision, and duty assignments. They should, and also animal production, livestock feeding, animal health, and farm resource inventories. They should be a great communicator, active listener, punctual and critical thinker, and a problem solver. In order to apply, you got to send a cover letter with their resume, your school's transcript. I'm not gonna just take it, say you did good at school. I need to see that you did good at school. And 2 letters of recommendations. Application material should be emailed to, it says here link with a cover ranch, but I want to change that to the email address that Trudy put in the thing, myself and Denise.
And
So Carber Ranch welcomes individuals with different backgrounds, experience, and ideas that will improve ranch unity growth and operational efficiency. So it doesn't matter, male, female, or whatever. We just want the best person available to us. That's what we're looking for. So it's unfortunate that the thing didn't scroll. I don't even know if I'm able to. Are you able to add? You can post a document in here, right?
let's see what this ad source. I don't know because Gigi was asking where we're going to post this.
We're gonna post it on all our platforms. We're gonna post this on all our platforms, and I was hoping,
And if they email us, we can send it out to them too.
yeah, um, yeah. If you email us, we'll send it to you. We'll send both of them to everyone.
Hmm.
So If there's anything you guys think we're missing, please let us know. If you think that we cover it all, then give us a thumbs up. We're looking for somebody who sees the vision of what we're trying to achieve and is going to bring value in getting us there. David Brown said, good luck in finding such a person.
No, I didn't have to import that person. I didn't have to import that person.
I don't like the fact that you guys don't have no confidence in our own Jamaican people. There's a lot of educated, young, ambitious people out there. You know what I mean? I think we can find the person. Nothing try, nothing done.
Everybody's like looking for a case graduate.
Why is it only case? You're telling me Ebony Park and them people don't have it. Frederick says, so if I apply, I know I'm damn good at what I do, but I don't have all that requirement. How does it fare out for me? Now, how are you gonna prove to me that you can actually do everything that's on that list? How are you gonna do that? That means you'd have to come volunteer and show me that you can do it. That's the only way you're gonna prove to me that you can do it. That you're good at Excel and all them things. We're looking for somebody who's gonna take us out of the day-to-day activities, and we only need to talk to that person on how things are going. Trudy, you want to take that? Gigi wants to know. I'm totally curious to know how you would put a weekly pay value on that position.
So, or the ranch manager position is actually going to be a salaried position. And so we would pay either biweekly, probably biweekly would actually be that, but it is a salaried position. It's, yeah,
With all the
with
necessary the
with
government benefits that comes with it, the required, the NHDI and NIS, all of them something. Man said, man said, if you give Frederick a test.
Oh, see, we have a positive one says we'll find somebody. Hold on. Eh,
Yes, thanks for the positive
Tiadon?
outlook.
Is that Tiadon? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Thank you, Tiadon. So what's the salary?
So Frederick said, "Man, will be a monster in the business, or else he gonna come take the job." All right, you know, some me I cheer for you a long time, so man, I go say otherwise. What's the salary? It's very competitive
With benefits
with
and
benefits.
incentives. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we will share that on a one-on-one basis. So when you call in, we'll definitely share it.
and somebody wants to know why not monthly? Because people don't have it like that. People don't want to wait a month to get pay.
We did monthly at one time, and like you said, it's really hard because a lot of people don't budget like they should, and I guess it's a part of it is a mentality. So we're still thinking about it, but we find out bi-weekly works better for more people. So we'll probably do that. Monthly
Yeah.
is a little bit challenging for most people, so we're trying to be considerate in that case.
And people who are thinking of considering, Davin says he's thinking of, is considering to apply.
Mhm,
Remember what you're applying to,
mhm,
the organization you're applying to. You've been a part of our iGoat Chat family, and you've seen our vision. You see how driven we are. You see how disciplined we are about certain things. So expect that level when you apply. Like it's not a joke around here.
mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not. This is not a joke thing around here. This is serious, serious, serious business we are dealing.
So if you thrive well with structure and systems
Yeah,
and
yeah,
productivity and efficiency,
yeah.
then
And you guys have heard me say it all the time. We're looking for more brain power than manpower. Like, it's not. We're not looking for no big strong man. We're looking for somebody who's gonna actually make this thing more efficient and more productive.
mhm.
You know. Any other questions or comments before I go into the farm technician?
I can do the farm tech one because I brought up my copy of it.
All right, all right. It's all yours.
Hold on, like, give me a second here. Although I'm not gonna. Can you put it up? Because I'm just gonna read it. Are you gonna put it up?
Um, right there. What am
Mm.
I do with it? Okay. Operations. That's operations. I only had the operations one.
Okay. How do I share this?
Go to the bottom and say share.
How do I share?
Share screen at the bottom of your window.
Let's see now. It might not let me.
Why not? Or tell me which folder I can get it in. Why did she send me both? Oh, she sent me two PDF. A PDF and a Word document.
You found it?
No. Okay, what folder do I find it in?
Go to admin.
One sec. See, folks, when I see the real thing of how we work right now.
Admin
Uh,
2023 HR job description.
the master admin 2023
HR
HR.
job descriptions.
Yeah.
And it should be the second one down.
Oh, okay, got it.
See, told you about systems, guys.
Okay, so you have access to it now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read what I have. You put out that.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go.
All right. So this is and actually with this one, the salary range is on here too. So it's for the ranch technician. Job description: roles and responsibilities: clean all creep feeders, troughs, and floors thoroughly. Feed the animals grain. Cut grass for chaffing, chaff grass, and distribute chaffed grass. Restock hay feeders. Ensure fresh, clean water is available in each pen at all times. Have full understanding of pasture management and set up pasture fencing. Escort goats to pasture and back. Extra tasks as assigned, example, trimming hooves, manure collection, and anything else that comes up, other duties as assigned. Observe all goats for unusual behavior and any injuries. Attend to dogs, birds, cats. At that, oh, we still have only two cows, right? And two cows. Maintain clean surroundings. Qualifications and education: high school education, preferred but not mandatory. Preferred skills: teachable, number one, because our system of the way we do things. I don't want to know what your grandfather did. I don't know don't want to know what Mas John do down the road. This is how we do it over here. Ability to follow directions, again, listening keenly, active thinking, and problem solving. not just going along blindly, but what's going on? What do I need to do? Oh, active thinking, I'm sorry, and problem solving, active listening again, time management skills, keen observation, punctuality. I know we're beating that dead horse, but trust me, we have a reason because that's what one of our biggest challenges that we had. Take initiative, ability to work in different weather conditions, technology oriented example using phone applications, a smartphone application. That one was a lot shorter.
Yeah, because the main reason we design it this way is because we don't want them to bring in what they know before.
Mhm.
We want to teach them how it works. They need to have certain basic understanding of how what the job is about, but they will be taught how we do things, how things are done here at Cabarage, how what we expect of them. So that's the reason why it's short. And I don't even know if I assume that that salary range is competitive based on what they got to do.
Yes, we'll look at it. We'll double check it, but that's where we had
So
it.
this is why I decided to have this thing tonight. So our iGoat family can tell us if it's a decent rate or not.
I think we lost a chat overlay. You know where the chat comes up on the side of the screen? How does that work?
It is. I see it, but it's not scrolling.
Okay.
Gigi wants to know how many days a week. You want to tell her?
Oh, 5, 6, is it 5 or 6 days a week? Five, are they? Yeah, 5 days a week. Maybe six.
Yeah.
How
How
many
many hours a week?
standard work hours?
Standard work hours as per government regulation. However, people need to be flexible to know that if there's a situation on the farm,
Mhm.
it has to be dealt with before you take off and go about your business.
Minimum wage is 13,000 per week?
Is
Mm.
that what it is?
Yep, it just went up. Oh, okay, so we actually created this before the minimum wage went up, so we might have to adjust the salary. Thank you, Gigi. The salary range. Yep. We actually created this document before it went up, so we have to adjust that. That's why we have the iGoat family to help us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're going to adjust it. We created this document before it went up because we thought it was doing good back then. Now we have to adjust that. Yeah, it sure did. 9 to 13.
So it's 13K per week.
Mm-hmm. So that's the minimum we could put in there, and it would have to go up from there for the range.
Oh,
So, yes, we will adjust that.
all right. It's a good thing. We bring it to the people. Jeffrey wants to know what about paid holiday and what about vacation.
Yes, we do paid holidays and vacation as an employee. With all that, that's part of the benefit package.
Yes, oh, well, milk price have a go up. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Serious. Not the joke thing, Bridget.
Is security involved in these positions?
What does that mean?
I not really.
No?
No, no, it's just straight tending to the goats.
Yeah, there's no security involved. We have a whole security team. Any other questions? And we would prefer somebody that is closer to St. Mary because, we don't have accommodation on the farm. So that would be, I know, would be a challenge for some people. We are not set up we don't have accommodations. And I know we've been told many times that's going to be a handicap for us, but we just don't have it. So we have to figure that out. So it'll
So
be
we
I
are looking into options too. So
we're looking into
it's
options
an
where,
area.
we can arrange
Mhm.
with accommodation close by or something. But currently, as it is, we don't have it.
Mhm.
And the same thing applies to the technician when it comes to, you know, bonuses and incentives and all that stuff. Same thing applies to them. Performance incentives.
Mhm.
Anything else, Judy?
Not that I can think of.
Any other question, folks? And remember, we want to work smarter than harder over here. We want to make sure that productivity is paramount and we can get the best out of the day.
Should we tell them that we each can do this by ourselves?
We've been doing it.
Been doing it.
We've
Yeah.
been doing it by ourselves with hours to spare.
Yeah.
Every day I look, every day
Individually,
2 hours.
like together, we've been working together, but I've had to do it all by myself,
Yeah.
and you've had to do it all by yourself.
Yeah, I've been doing
So
it all
that
by
tells you
myself.
that it's
Yeah.
doable. It's
It's not it's not high pressure and it's not overwhelming. It's not crazy hard labor, you know what I mean? So when we actually had the previous staff, they did their own assessment of their day. And they had 2 hours left over. When
and
we
that's
asked them,
padding the time that they
and
would take.
and that's with them padding the times it takes them to do things. We asked them, list all the chores you had to do for the day and how long it would take you to do it. And when we added up, I don't think they realized that's what's going to happen. When they add up the hours, they had 2 hours left over, including them lunch. They had 2 hours left in the day. After them padding things, telling me it takes an hour for feed to do grain and them things. They still had 2 hours left. So it's not back breaking work. You know what I mean? That extra 2 hours we would use to repair things or come up with great ideas to improve systems and all them things. So yeah, it's not back breaking work. Somebody said we should convert a container into a living space.
It's a good
Still,
idea.
yeah, I spend 600,000 on a container and then do that.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
There's another question.
Do you
Do
have
you have equipment to harvest butter or manually?
no. That kind of equipment. Weed whacker, cutlass? No, we don't. But we do have access to a vehicle to transport it. they would have access to a vehicle to transport it. But we do a lot of grazing, so
Hmm.
grass thing is not like you don't have to be feeding 100 goat grass. No,
Is it 9 to 5 or 8 to 4?
8 to 4. It is an 8 to 4 position, meaning that you have to get your 5 to 8.
Because at 8:05 is
Because
morning
eight o
meeting.
five is morning meeting. And yeah, well, these are great questions. So keep them coming, guys, because you guys can spread the word. Linda, laugh after me. Any other question before we call it a night? And I know a lot of us that are actually operating have had these issues, and usually people deal with them in private. But it don't make no sense to us. We can bring all the other great stuff public, and then our challenges that we have, we keep them private. No, no, no. Oh, you're not gonna help us with our challenges too. Yeah. That being said, accommodation will be an issue for him. As we said, as we said, we're looking at arrangements that we can make for accommodations.
Although Howard said, don't make any living arrangements. Let persons get find ways to get back and forth to work.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean?
It's a tough one. We're
We got to figure it
battling
out.
back and forth. That's how we're gonna do it.
My mom wants to know if we hire family. That's a big no, maybe.
Well, I mean,
No,
well,
I'm
there
not.
the
No, start.
job description.
No,
There's a job
no,
description. Do they meet the requirements of the job
no,
description?
because then here's the problem. When me tell them about them what's in that, them will run to my mother and say, "Ray, no have no respect and Ray treat me, Ray." No, 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 we're not doing that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna run to my mother, my auntie, all these people that me can't back talk to. I'm gonna run to them. You know what I mean? I don't want my mom calling me about it. I don't want my aunts calling me about it. Rest in peace, my dad. I couldn't deal with him. So I no, we're not doing that. Definitely not doing that. You know what I mean? No, heck no. Not as one of those positions. Not as one of these positions. If there's something else that we need help with, that I think the likes of Shadeen or somebody can help us with, that's different. But no, even that, them still all get yelled at. You know what I mean? So, and them know me already. Them know say me no play. Everybody like Trudy, they not like me.
I did say you might have to fling a stone or two.
Exactly. I've got true a stone at them and flick big stone off of them. Yo, you know what I mean? That's exactly mentioned. You know what I mean? And then you can't fire them, then come back tomorrow and say, yo, didn't mean tell you enough to come back? Oh, I spoke to your mom and she told me to show up. No, but she run this. Yeah, you can't deal with family with them thing, I mentioned. Yeah. So yeah, so moms, that's a big no. We know exactly what my mom's trying to do, but no, we're not doing that. And you don't qualify, mom. So there you go. The people them when me can't say no to, them not qualify.
Here's Davine's question.
If I'm wrong, correct me. How does killing season goes, especially nighttime, when it's most critical and the manager won't be at the farm at that time? Yo, Bridget, I'm not getting up. Is it a male or female? I don't get
Davine.
up out of my bed because of killing season, bro. Do you think I'm gonna let these goats make me bleach at nighttime on them? No, we have systems in place and we're gearing the herd towards hardiness. Have the kid deal with it until me get up.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Let nature
Let
take its
nature
course.
deal with it. If I know it's kidding season, I put everything in place. If I see a goat that looks like she's gonna have kid before I go to bed, then I deal with that. If we're always here, if you are the farm manager and you see that, oh, we're gonna have goats gonna have kid between now and 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night, you gotta make a managerial decision. Do you hang out and wait? Like in the real world, you're the manager, supervisor, whatever, and you're at a critical thing where actually there's an order that needs to go out. It's very important that the order go out tonight. But your shifts end at 6. You just take up yourself and gone and leave the order? No. You deal with it and then get paid for dealing with it. That's what I'm expecting. If it's killing scenes and you know see two goat look like they're in labor, gonna have kids shortly, stay and deal with it. That's what I'm expecting. Don't get up
Yeah.
and go about your business and say, yo, my shift is done, but done work, my gone, them up on their own. No. In the real world, in any other business, that's not how it works. If you're in a managerial position.
And like you said, most of it we let nature take its
Yeah.
course. So we don't stay up all
I
night long
no, I
waiting.
do not stay up all night waiting for these goats and babysitting them or whatever. No, no, man. If I in the middle of the night I hear it, I'm here and I hear it, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like a struggle, then I'll get up and go check it out. But no, I am not bleaching all night upon them. They need to deal with it because this is what if them did out in the wild, they would have to deal with it.
The Sonnens do a great
Oh
job at
yeah,
that.
like we'll get
The Sonnens like pop them out, nothing happened, kid up in the cloud,
yeah,
everybody's happy.
we'll go
Like,
out there and we're
yes.
like, oh, go to have kid. There's son and kids running around, and you're like, oh, how many of them are there?
Sonnens are great.
Yeah, um, them get overtime or hours back to them at the end of the week. No, it will be overtime payment. I can't afford to give you hours when animals need to be taken care of. I can't tell you, no man, you're good for leave at 1 o'clock. So who deal with the goats when they come in at 4 or 3:30, 4 o'clock? Who deal with them when you're getting paid to deal with them? No, you get paid the overtime.
Yeah.
It is a give and take situation. Yes, it's a discussion. If you see it, as I say, see something, do something, or say something, and you make a call and say, Miss Trudy, look like missing number 86 and number 90. Look like they're gonna have kid this evening, you know. What do you think? I'm like, okay, dude, do you have an urgent situation that you have to go? No. All right, then you need to hang out and assess it and see if it's gonna happen so we can take care of it. That's it. We have to.
Or sometimes they leave and come back
Yeah.
if that's
Or if you think, oh yeah, it's a couple hours out, then you say, all right, you can go home, eat a food, fetch and come back. You know what I mean? You are the manager. We do that all the time in managerial positions. Man, go out and go eat dinner and come back and check on the project or check on the order. So yeah, it's just you gotta think like you're operating at that level. When you're at that level, that's how you operate. You're not tied to it. You can say, yo, I'm gonna come back in a couple of hours, come check and make sure if she have the kid, everything's good. If she may need assistance, then we can help get it done and go back. You know what I mean? You're not tied to it standing there watching paint dry.
You got caught in the pen.
No, like people do this, you know what I mean? Like the what's her name? Cameron, what's her name, Judy? We went to her farm.
Okay, Bonnie
Yeah,
Cameron.
Bonnie. Like kidding season, she'll set up bed in her gotos and thing. But you know what I mean? She's 70 odd year old. And that's what she does. But I don't think I need to do that. You know what I mean? I want mothers that are gonna deal with them business, and that's why we don't overfeed goats, so we don't have all these kids stuck in there and can't come out and all them things. We have to have a system in place that we know. Okay, we're gonna expect. We want kids 8 to 9 pounds. No problem having the kid.
Not to say we've never had
We've had
challenges, but
challenges.
I said
You know what
we
I
just want to
mean?
make
We
sure.
don't want those challenges. And if you have hundreds of look, one, she's a sheep lady, sheepishly me,
Hmm.
and her kidding season is like 150 lambs, right? Her lambing period, right? And she ain't staying up there all night waiting for them. She get up early in the morning and go check. You know what I mean? Or she identify who's gonna have challenges and try to address the challenge in advance. But she's not waiting up all night. No, well, none of that. And
So
cameras, yeah,
Natty has a good point. Hey Natty, how you doing?
yeah. All our cameras in the goat house is audio. That's audio, so we'll know and we can see what's going on. But I'm not wake. If I wake up at 1 o'clock and decide say, yo, me check and see what going. That's a different thing. But I can guarantee you, I'm not bleaching upon them. You know. Yeah, that's why planned breeding season is good. Yeah, if I know 2 weeks, everybody gonna kid in these 2 weeks straight. You prepare everything accordingly and and deal with it. Any other questions? Big up my friend Linda. Linda, you due for a visit, you know.
Yes, ma'am. She and I talked about it.
Oh, you did?
Hmm.
Okay. Um. All right. So if I eat that, I eat that. No further questions, and I guess we can bid our farewell.
Yes. So anybody, reach out to us if you know anybody
Mm-hmm.
or you're interested. Reach out to us, and we will go through the
Yeah,
process.
and
Send you all the
I
things you
will be
need.
posting that this. I'll be posting the the job posting thing.
Job description.
No, this thing.
Oh, that
Yeah,
flyer.
I'm gonna
Okay.
be posting the flyer as soon as the show ends, and that way people can start reaching out to us. I'm excited.
Carl wants to know, is there a cost to do farm visits? You found Carl wants to know, is there a cost to do farm visit?
Email this person, Denise at cabaranch.com. It all depends on what you're visiting for.
That's true.
If you need a full on tour with all them thing, yeah, there's a cost to that. Cause it'll take through the time to do it. Yeah, put Denny's email address, Judy.
Okay.
Yeah, farm visits. If it's just to shoot the crap with me about what we do, that's different. But if you want a Cabarage farm experience, then email Denny's. All right. I hate that.
Okay. Looks up.
Okay, folks.
Thanks, guys. Family.
It's been a pleasure.
Always good to see you guys and hang out with you guys.
And looking forward to hiring a new team along with my iGoat chat advisors. And you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend. Have a great rest of the evening. And we'll see you next week. All right.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, hold on, hold
What-
on, hold on.
What's going on?
Carl.
Hmm?
I'm telling Carl, WhatsApp us. I just sent you the WhatsApp message. WhatsApp us, okay? And we can talk about that. 491-5875.
Okay.
Thanks, Howard. See you guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good
All
weekend.
right. Bye,
Rest of
guys.
it. All right, bye.